I've lived here 12 years with my family, and I enjoy playing music here so much more than I ever did on the mainland. And the Rough Island Band really grew out of partly the desire to play music here on St Agnes, and also the pure chance that washed up three amazingly talented young musicians kind of summer after summer. They kept kind of washing in, and it was just too good an opportunity to miss.
A year ago was the first time that the four of us had got together as the Rough Island Band, and as you know, we spent a week rehearsing and recording the Sou'wester sessions, and then we all came back, met up last August once the album had been kind of pressed and copied, and we did a number of gigs to kind of promote that, and there's been a really, really positive response to that from people who've been to see us and through people who've heard the CDs, and we just had such a wonderful time doing it that we're very, very keen to kind of keep the momentum up.
This is our second album with the Rough Island Band, and it's similar to the first one in that it's specifically songs about St Agnes and the Isles of Scilly, but it's different in the sense that some of the songs are a little bit darker. It's got a bit more of a personal approach. Some of the songwriting, you know, I know my personal contribution has been a lot more sort of about my experience of St Agnes. And yeah, we were really lucky because Piers' brother, Giles Lewin, just happens to be an incredible professional violin player who agreed to give up some of his holiday to come in for a couple of hours and record some violin on some of the tracks.
The new album's really exciting because the sound we got out, the four of us playing together at the same time, we're kind of working like a unit, and it actually feels like we're a band now. So the four guys come together to try and write an album, it feels like we're actually a unit, and it's quite a good thing to be part of a band. It's quite nice to say, yeah, I'm part of this band, and be proud of it.
Tom has been a very important part of this whole process. I asked him if he'd be interested in doing the sound for us. Again, he's just entered so wholeheartedly into the spirit of the project. He's been brilliant, totally professional, and yet such a good laugh to be around.
I think the landscape kind of makes you feel very small. I think just you're surrounded by sea and there's nothing on the horizon a lot of places, or you see how powerful nature is, and I think that is something which is kind of can be quite intimidating or quite releasing in a way.
Being on St Agnes reminds me that there is more to life than, you know, the standard 9-to-5 existence, and that you can just be still and quiet and aware that there is something bigger going on, I think.
It's obviously the kind of place that has a magnetism for certain people. And I think, yeah, Joe, John and James have bought into that wholeheartedly. You know, they're part of the breed that has felt that magnetism, and I see no reason why they won't keep coming back. And I think once you feel it, and once something's in your soul, it becomes much more a part of you, and I guess that's where the music comes from.
Okay. Okay, maybe a church.
Ooh. Fishing in the name of.
It's much better than anything we've got, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
One of the primary motivations for me in sort of suggesting this project was how instinctively we all played music together. I'm not sure I've ever played music with such like-minded musicians. I mean, I think the speed with which all the all the stuff comes together is incredible. And I think the bottom line is we have such fun. It's such an enjoyable process, and there's never been an oppressive day in the studio, which I don't think any other recording project can boast. It's always been a good laugh.
The recording process is so pleasurable and so fun that I think that's something we could almost continue with on an annual basis or a biannual basis. As long as we've got kind of new ideas and new material coming through, then there's no reason why it can't carry on forever.
Great clapping, everybody. Thanks for that.